Hey, it's Chris with Electrifying Chris, and in today's video, we're going to talk about my experiences of owning this Peloton bike for the last year. So let me start off with why we bought this bike in the first place. So we didn't have a lot of time, my wife and I, really to make it to the gym. And by the time you factor in the 5 to 10 minute drive to get there, walk in, and the 5 to 10 minute drive back, that is almost the length of a Peloton workout. So it's that ability to quickly go from upstairs in bed, walk downstairs, throw on some bike shoes, and be riding in 5 to 10 minutes was what really attracted us to this bike. So next, let's talk about the bike itself and how well it's held up over the last year. So I've ridden 300 rides and my wife has ridden another 200 rides. So it's 500 total in 365 days. So the bike itself is basically, it looks like it does, except for the occasional bit of dust. It basically looks the same as whenever we first bought it. Now, one thing about spin classes, especially Peloton classes, is the fact that you will sweat a lot. You will sweat all over this bike, all over the handlebars, all down the center of it. You will sweat a lot. So that was something I was concerned about, but it's only been a year, but right now there are no signs of any issues when it comes to the bike itself. The screen, which is what we thought we'd be cleaning the most, is actually something that we do wipe down after every ride, but it's actually gets the least sweaty. It's really the handlebars and then actually me that gets the most sweaty. So the one issue that we did have with the bike though is the pedals. So the pedals are the clip-in style, road style pedals. After about, I would say around 200 days of use, one of the pedals ended up breaking. So it was under warranty. I emailed Peloton support and about 4 days later we had pedals. Now we were out of action for 4 days. And the one thing about this bike is it is very addictive to ride. You get a lot of good endorphins, which I'll talk about later in this video. But we were down for about 4 days while they FedExed us a new set of pedals. But other than that, it has held up nicely. So let's talk about the workouts themselves. So I was never someone who had done a lot of spinning in a spin studio. I know that is a large demographic for this bike. I usually have done runs. I've done the elliptical, things like that when it came to doing cardio at the gym. But I thought, hey, let me try this out. So first I actually bought a spin bike, a cheap $250 spin bike, relatively cheap, $250 spin bike off of Amazon, used the Peloton app, became addicted, but really wanted all those metrics that go along with owning the bike. So I ended up purchasing the bike after kind of getting addicted to it after about 20 or 30 rides. I'm using a unconnected spin bike and my iPad. I really felt like buying the bike was the best decision because I wanted the connected part of it, the metrics that the instructors, the resistance, all those numbers they give you in your workout, and those things that really make it feel like you're being coached by an instructor. So that's why I ended up buying the bike, which I love all those things, and those are the things that have kept me coming back just about every day to ride the bike. The next thing is really results. So what are the results? So I've already talked to it a little bit in this video. The first results I want to talk about is just overall attitude, mood, and how that's been affected. Now that I get up, I work out, I get those, that energy going through my system, and it's a great way to kind of start your day. The second part is the physical results. So I was doing a lot of cardio, but not really lifting a lot. This has weights as well that you can do as part of your workouts. I've started to do those workouts too, and those are really doing a lot to kind of help with trimming down. So I've lost, only about 8 pounds. That's not really what this is about. It's really about fitting into clothes and getting into those clothes that I'm starting to get a little too tight. And this is after moving up, you know, another set of jeans, and then, okay, another set of jeans. And I'm kind of at my limit with the size of where I want my jeans to be. So I've definitely started to see that trend going back down in the other direction. So would I buy it again? Well, based up on the workouts that I've done, the 300, and this is just as important, is the fact that my wife loves this thing. I love it too, but I think if I love it, she loves it twice as much. So that fact that we both get enjoyment out of it, it is about $105 a month by the time you finance this and then pay the monthly fee, because it's $39, almost $40 a month for the fee to be able to get these classes. But that is such an integral part of it, is you're getting all this content. It's constantly updated. You have live rides, well, they'll call out your username. So you have all those things that keep you engaged with it, that makes it worthwhile. So the fact there's 2 of us using it definitely makes it worth it. If you have a third person, it's even a better value. So if you've enjoyed the video, if you did, please subscribe. I'll be doing more Peloton videos as the software gets updated, as other stuff comes out for the Peloton. I'll also be doing my traditional videos on stuff like my Chevy Volt, my BMW i3, those type of things, and kind of living that electric life. So I'll catch you in the next video.